Hello, my name is Nick Dempster. I'm a Year 6 teacher in Southport in the northwest of England. And I'm going to basically talk you through how I created an online reading record using Google Workspace. You can see along the top here we've got Google Sheets, Google Sites, and Google Forms. This is basically, this first video is just going to be an overview of what the reading record looked like. And how it functions, and then I'm going to do separate videos talking through each step, so that hopefully if you want to, you can make your own version of this. So we're on Google Sites here. This is the kind of homepage for the reading record that I set up. I'm getting this ready for next year, so for next September. So we've got year group pages coming in here. I've sorted year 6 as one, so let's just hide that a moment. And let's go on to year 6. And then just show you kind of roughly an outline of how it works. So you've got a Google form embedded in here that you'd fill out going through each section. But just jump to the year 5 one because it's in stages. The next stage will ask for the child's name. So if I just jump onto here, you can actually see this is what they fill out. So name of book, type of book, number of pages, what has happened, or have they learned a new fact if it's non-fiction. If they've read to an adult, obviously higher at the school, we don't actually insist on that. We encourage the children to read independently. But if they have read to an adult, they can give their observations and any new vocabulary. Now, obviously, with Google Forms, it's very, very easy to create your own questions. So you can have personalized questions to what your kind of reading guidelines are for your school. We've just done the same for all of Key Stage 2. We did use this for Key Stage 1 last year, and we had phonics being taught, or any unfamiliar words, things like that, or words that they struggled with, high-frequency words, and so on. But obviously, it can be personalised to year groups. And then, just very quickly, I'll show you the Google Sheets. I've just shrunk down this column, which is the names, just so those names aren't visible for people. So we've got, let's hide that. So we've got on here the cohort one where the records go to, and I've just filled in some kind of random letters and numbers and so on, just to show some examples. See here we've got 2 from 6D, which is my class, 2 from 6S, which is the other year 6 class. So that can feed into a running total of which class has read the most, which can then be put onto a pie chart to show who's winning. At the moment it's even. I've also set up 2 separate sheets here so that it has just got the class, and you've got a slicer up here as well. Again, I've shrunk down the names so you can't see them fully. But you see here we've got 19th of July and then 4th of August. If I go onto here, this slicer will choose what dates we're looking at. So if I change that to the 22nd, for example, and press OK, then that first one that was the 19th of July has disappeared. If I set it back to the 12th of July, so we're looking at it by month, then we can now see it again. In our school, we check our reading records every week, so we were setting this week on week, changing it weekly, so we could see which children have read. And obviously, you can also see their names when it's fully expanded. I've also, this is new for this year, set up show individual results, so that on here you can choose a specific child, and it'll show just their results on here. And a similar one that parents can access, where they need to type in a code, so they can only, and they actually have to type in the names. They can only see their child's results and not everybody else's. Whereas on this one, you've got a drop-down list to be able to find everybody. And one last thing that I've done on this one, I've not done it on my classes yet, but I've color-coded so it says who you're reading to, so that each one will have a different color, so that as this populates further, you can see who is reading independently, who's reading to the parents, who's maybe just reading in school all the time. Last thing I want to show in my kind of brief outline, if we go on to here, so I've got that competition within the website that they can access. So here, current stats, just wait for it to load. It should just show that pie chart that was on the Google Sheets. If it works, it's taking a while. There we go, it's coming now. So there you go, so you can see that. I might tidy that up, make it more central, or change the size so it just fills, because it just obviously looks a bit kind of unfinished. But if we go onto the homepage, last thing I want to show on the homepage is this one here. It says at the bottom here, for information how to add an icon to your mobile phone, click on the document below. So this was made, I actually made this using Pages on my MacBook, but you can do it on Word just as easily, or Publisher even. It's just a 4-page document on how you can access the website, but also so you can use a QR code. We've put it on our Nola Primary School website, but then also how it can be added to your home screen on your phone. So it's got it for iPhone on how to do it. Relatively simple steps to access the website the first time and then export it to the home screen. And then on this one, pages 3 and 4, exact same thing, but how you do it on Android. Because we found that the majority of our parents are either on Apple or Android devices. Okay, so that's the kind of brief overview of what I've kind of put together. We, over the course of last year, we set it up in stages between September to the October half term. And then from then, it ran right the way to the end of the year. Obviously, we weren't kind of as strict with it whilst lockdown was going on from January to March, because we kind of had other priorities to think about. But we were still using it right the way through the year, and we actually logged around 21,000 comments on the online reading system over the year, which we're a school of about 550 children, just over that. So we were quite pleased with those numbers for the first year, and hopefully we can have just as many, if not more, into the next academic year. Okay, so hopefully that's been useful as an overview. I'll now go through starting with the form. So I'll talk you through how I set that up and then go through the kind of next part in separate videos. Okay, thank you.